There's one question you simply must ask every single person you talk to. A question so powerful it stops people mid-thought. It disrupts their brains, sparks instant curiosity, and makes them lean in to hear what you'll say next. And in that moment, you have their full attention. You reframe how they see real estate. You reframe how they see wealth. So what's the question? Stay tuned till the end. You are not going to want to miss this. Hey, I'm Russ from the Neon Bros. Now, every real estate agent knows the routine. You meet someone new, at a coffee shop or an open house, a networking event, and like clockwork, the small talk begins. Are you thinking about buying? Are you looking to sell? 9 times out of 10, the answer is a polite smile and no, not right now. Does that sound familiar? That's because it's the wrong question. You're chasing transactions when you should be creating transformation. You're talking about real estate when you could be talking about wealth. The top producing agents, the ones whose clients buy again and again, year after year, know something you must adopt if you haven't already. If this sounds like a useful topic to help grow your business, please hit the like and subscribe button to help us grow our channel. The top producing agents, the ones whose clients buy again and again, year after year, know something you must adopt if you haven't already. Lead every conversation with one question that flips the script completely. A question that makes people stop, think, and see the world in a whole new way. Ask the question that shifts their mindset from homeowner to wealth builder. But before I tell you what the question is, I want you to know there's a whole system you must implement if you want to optimize how well the question will work in your favor. I'll let my avatar explain it.
Wouldn't you love to have repeat clients? Not the kind where you wait years for them to move again, but the kind who want to buy other properties from you as investments, year after year. By teaching the basics of investing to existing clients and other everyday people, such as friends, relatives, and acquaintances, you can build a pipeline of deals. And our system, called Opportunities Everywhere, can automate the teaching process. It does the work 24/7 while you focus on other things. Go to our website, opportunitieseverywhere.com, and watch the video, sign up, and start growing your business.
So now that you know how to implement the system, here's the question. Did you know your house is your biggest liability? That's it. This contradiction captures attention right away because it sounds like a strange thing for a real estate agent to say, right? Most people expect you to tell them that their house is their greatest asset, their biggest source of pride and security. But that's exactly what you're not saying and exactly why this question works. It's disarming. It's contrarian. It challenges the narrative people have believed their whole lives, that the goal is to pay off the mortgage, own the home free and clear, and then finally be quote-unquote safe. Except that's not wealth. That's stagnation disguised as safety. The average homeowner has hundreds of thousands of dollars trapped in home equity, sitting there doing absolutely nothing. Now, not generating any cash flow, not using any of the leverage that they've built, not enjoying any of the additional growth other than what the market determines their house itself is worth. When you tell them their home is their biggest liability, you're not attacking their achievement, you're awakening their curiosity. They ask, wait, what? How could that be? I pay into it every month. I have hundreds of thousands of dollars of equity built up. And that's when you have them, because they will soon be able to answer their own questions. Now you're not selling, you're teaching. If you'd like to be able to teach more people the benefits of investing so that your pipeline remains full and your commissions stabilize, sign up for my service, Opportunities Everywhere, at opportunitieseverywhere.com, where we educate your clients and prospects for you, freeing you up for the other critical activities that your business demands. Take a look.
Your real estate business runs on one thing: close deals. To close more of them, you need more leads, but not cold ones. The best leads are warm, people who already know, like, and trust you. Most agents spend their time chasing new potential buyers instead of helping their existing clients, friends, and family build personal wealth through real estate investing, a strategy that could help them sell far more homes. That's where your untapped opportunity lies. The solution? Opportunities everywhere. Here's how it works. You offer to teach everyone you know how to become a real estate investor. Don't worry about whether they have the money. Don't worry if they're scared. Don't worry if they don't fully understand the process. And don't worry about how long it might take to teach them. Your only job is to focus on why they should invest. The beauty of the passive automated opportunities everywhere system is that it does the heavy lifting for you. It helps your contacts learn the basics, discover ways to fund their investments, and overcome their doubts, all without taking up your time. And why should they invest? Real estate investing can provide passive income and build generational wealth. It can work even for people with a small amount of money to invest, thanks to the power of loans and leverage. But don't do all the teaching yourself. That would be exhausting and take forever. Instead, plug our system into your favorite CRM, MailChimp, Constant Contact, HubSpot, or any other, and let it send expertly written messages that spark interest and explain why investing makes sense. Meanwhile, you can personally invite your friends, neighbors, and family to also join the learning experience. You'll send them a link to short, engaging, easy-to-understand videos about real estate investing basics. They'll learn how and why to invest, how to find and manage properties, and how to secure funding, including using untapped equity in their existing home. Opportunities Everywhere teaches all this and more. This way, you won't waste time explaining everything to people who may lack the resources, interest, or ambition to try it. The system passively educates all your leads, and only the motivated, warm leads will reach out, already informed and ready to buy. It's that simple. Your marketing runs 24/7, so you can stay focused on closing deals and everything else that actually grows your business. Why it works. Investors buy again and again. When you help clients build wealth through real estate, they keep coming back, and they tell their friends. You're not just selling houses. You're helping people create financial freedom, fund retirements, and pay for college, all through smart real estate investing. Imagine waking up to messages from warm leads who already want to invest with you. Imagine becoming the trusted expert who helps clients grow their wealth without endless cold calls, networking events, or costly mailings. Imagine doing all this passively and affordably. You deserve to grow your business without burning out. Let our automated opportunities everywhere system make it easier to attract investors, close deals, and change lives, especially yours. Take action now. Don't let another month go by working harder than you have to. Go to our site, watch the short video, sign up for the program, and start turning your existing network into repeat investors who buy again and again.
So why isn't their house an asset? At least not yet. The truth most homeowners never hear is that if a property isn't producing income, it's not an asset, it's a liability. It requires constant infusions of cash every month to survive, which must be provided by the owner. Mortgage payments, taxes, insurance, maintenance, repairs, lawn service, snow removal, and on and on and on. Every month it saps you of money instead of making money for you. Every homeowner is a slave to her home. Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, famously described an asset as something that, if you lost your job, will feed you, whereas a liability will eat you. I'd never made that observation until I read his book, but I knew instinctively he was right. And I've never looked at my home the same way ever since then. Understanding that one critical fact heavily influenced my brother and I to buy investment real estate. The same will likely be true of your clients. And yet most uninformed people still race to pay their homes off faster, as if trapping their cash inside the walls will somehow make them richer. But that's not how the wealthy think. Wealthy people don't rush to pay off cheap debt. They use it. They understand that the goal isn't to be debt-free. The goal is to be financially free. They'd rather keep their mortgage and use that equity to acquire cash-flowing properties, turning what was once a dead liability into a living, breathing income machine. Because remember, the rent from the investment property does feed you if you lose your job. And that's where you, as the real estate agent, need to step in. You're not just helping your clients buy or sell a home anymore. You're helping them rewire their entire understanding of money. This question, did you know your house is your biggest liability, transforms your business because the average person buys or sells a home once every 13 years. But an average investor client, they buy again and again, often several times a year, or as often as good deals present themselves. Or better yet, as often as you present good deals to them. Remember, too, that the investors you create are not set in their ways like the seasoned investors you may have worked with before. No, these are investors open to hearing your opinion on what constitutes a good investment and why. The difference between a one-time buyer and a lifetime client is their mindset. And this one question, did you know your house is your biggest liability, is the spark that ignites the mindset shift. Once they realize their home could be a launch pad for building wealth instead of a financial dead end, you've triggered their curiosity and a bunch of questions like, wait, what? How is my house not an asset? Isn't it my biggest asset? Or if not, then how do I make it an asset? Or can I use my home equity to buy another property? Or how could rental income help me retire earlier? Or can I afford a rental property? Or how? I don't have any money. And with all these answers to all of these questions, you're off to the races. Now, instead of chasing them, they're chasing you for guidance and expertise. You've shifted from someone trying to sell them something that they don't want to someone giving them financial guidance that they do want. In my former career as a financial planner, I had a colleague who understood brilliantly the power of the unique question. When presenting different investments to his clients, especially in cases where one investment was less familiar to the client and therefore less attractive, but likely more, beneficial to the client's stated needs, my colleague would simply ask, do you want more money or less money? If it were me, I'd want more money, but I can't decide for you. And in that moment, the client would more often than not realize that, of course, he wants more money. Who doesn't? Why else would he be sitting in the office of a financial planner? It's such a basic, blunt question that gets to the heart of the decision. But more importantly, it was a question that the client likely never heard before. Did you know your house is your biggest liability is the kind of question, especially coming from a real estate agent, that doesn't just start conversations, it starts enduring business relationships. It becomes the foundation of the kind of wealth conversations most agents never have. Most agents are trained to talk about school systems, flood zones, and recent comps, but very few talk about leverage, equity, or positive cash flow. By raising these issues, true client loyalty is born in the moment when a client realizes you care more about their long-term financial freedom than you do about your next sale, because these conversations slow the expected sales conversation down and in effect interrupt it. But it certainly deepens the relationship in your favor. You are now unlike any other agent they've ever met, because when you can look a homeowner in the eye and say, your home is beautiful, but right now it's costing you money instead of making you money. Let's change that. You instantly rise above 99% of the agents out there. You become the wealth advisor they didn't know they needed, and you become the person who helps them see the power locked inside their own front door. If you feel unsure how to get to that point, go to opportunitieseverywhere.com, watch the video to learn more, and sign up for the service to help fill your pipeline with warm leads who already know you and who already trust you. So how do you guide them from aha to action? You show them how to unlock what they already own. Tap home equity with a HELOC or home equity loan to fund an income property, maybe a short-term rental or duplex. Use that rental income to cover part of their primary mortgage or accelerate retirement savings. Redeploy what they've saved in tax write-offs into a portfolio of properties that compounds over time. The light bulb moment for them is massive because they don't need to save more money to invest. They just need to use their money differently. You've now transformed their financial outlook and your business forever. Once someone experiences that transformation, they never go back to thinking about real estate the same way again. And they'll never think about you as just another agent. You're now their strategist, their advisor, their indispensable guide to generational wealth. The ultimate takeaway here is that if you want to stand out, not by grinding longer hours or rehearsing better scripts or spending more money on marketing, but by taking more intelligent action, start here. Don't just be the person who helps people buy or sell property. Be the person who helps them use property to buy freedom, because when you ask, did you know your house is your biggest liability? You're not just asking a question. You're actually starting an awakening. You're helping homeowners turn dead equity into living opportunity. You're helping families retire years earlier. You're helping clients think like investors and investors think like partners. And as every top agent eventually learns, when you help people see the truth about their wealth, you don't just earn commissions, you earn their trust. You earn their business for life. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And if you need some help jumpstarting your business, sign up for Opportunities Everywhere. So when you ask, did you know your house is your biggest liability? You're not just persuading, you're transforming. And in a market overflowing with agents all saying the same things over and over again to the same people, transformation is your ultimate differentiator. Well, that's all for today. Make sure to check out our other video about how thinking like a Shark Tank shark can help further differentiate you from every other agent out there. Until next time, I'm Russ from the Neon Bros.